Hello, my collective. Hopefully, you're doing wonderful wherever you are. They take care of yourself wherever you are. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returnee, hey fam. Thank you for all that you give, all your donations, all of the comments, and the way that you show yourselves. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. Um, all right, so this reading is about. What is this reading about, Spirit? I kind of got inspired when I was out on my walk this morning, child. Um, this reading is about the black sheeps. Okay, I got real curious about the black sheeps. So these are for it may not be for everybody, but this particular reading is definitely for people who anybody who's ever felt like a black sheep. There's something real significant about our black sheeps, right? I feel like a lot of black sheeps may find themselves in some sort of divine counterpart situation. I feel like for a lot of divine counterparts, a lot of those counterparts, yeah, may mirror to each other the history of being black sheep, or mirroring, yeah, a lot of family dynamics. So I definitely want to look into family dynamics with this reading. But I really the black sheep's the people that mind their business. The black sheep's are the people that mind their business and they do what they do, and yet somehow they just can't be left to their own devices. There are people who kind of they kind of work as a karmic, whether or not they decide to evolve and graduate out of being a karmic into, being self-servicing without harming anybody or at the expense of anybody. Once they graduate to that, they can do that. Karmic is not inherently bad, but when people decide that they want to continue making issues that aren't issues, like maybe perhaps trying to trigger you or trying to pull you into situations, trying to make you feel some kind of way. I always feel like the black sheeps out there are the people that have my black sheeps out here have the patience of steel. The patience of steel. That's who I'm talking about. That's who this reading is about. Is for my black sheeps whose patience is steel. You have likely given people time after time after time after time to treat you and to be with you. How to be with you, how to treat you, how to talk to you. It is not like you like some queen mamma jamma where it's like, no, I demand these things, but I don't have to give you these things. No, my black sheep, no. If I demand them, then I have to give them, right? I feel like my black sheeps are people that used to be people pleasers. They used to feel like, no, I just want to keep the peace just to keep the peace. There may have been a lot of things that there may have been a lot of things that you've pushed aside or didn't address because my black sheep is just like my black sheep is smart and wise enough to know, okay, if I meet you there and I respond the way you want me to respond to you, if we do that, we're gonna be arguing and fighting all night. I'm gonna be stressed. I'm gonna be left with the stress bag, right? Because I'm gonna be the one that doesn't like you know you know to fight. I didn't want to fight, but I felt the need to defend myself, and now here we are, right? So a black sheep can decide to go that route, and sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's like, you know what, I got time today. We're gonna hash this out. I'm gonna correct you right here and now. So it's like a black sheep can decide to go down that path and address stuff right then and there, or they can decide, you know what, that will be more stress to even go down that route with that person. So I was going to pretend like I didn't even hear it. Because if I pretend like I didn't even hear it, I could just let whatever they said just fly right by me and I can continue on with my life because I didn't even know it ever happened. So that's a black sheep. That's an example of a black sheep where it's just like, you know what? I'm not even gonna go there with you because I can foresee where this is going and I don't got time today. I don't want it. And so it's just like, what is this energy that black sheeps exhibit that make people feel like they have to just like agitate it in some way? They have to trigger you. These things are trying to pull you out of yourself. Why is that? What do they sense about you that they can't feel right if they're not. What is it? What is it? What's come out? Another night, another dream. Another night, another dream. Let's get into this. Let's get. Okay, we got Scorpio. Scorpio maybe be significant, and then we got haters. This says haters staring and studying. Oh, so people like to look and study my black sheeps out here. They like to stare and study. Isn't that funny? How you feel like you may have ops sometimes. It's like you can think you got ops outside of places, people that you don't know, maybe strangers, right? You already kind of assume that strangers are like ops, right? But what about the people that have already have assignments in your lives? They already have roles in your lives. They're already portraying a type of role in your life, but they just gotta have some information on you. It's like, is this out of care? Is this out of love? Or is this out of you just need to get some information on me? It just feels good for you to get information on me and to pass it to somebody. Because that's an op. That's not a family. That's not a friend. That's not an associate. That's not something that I would want to trust. It just seems like a person that just likes passing information around. And people who just like passing information around is probably not a friend to anybody. You know, they're staring and they're studying. All right. So that's what some of them want you to have their baby. Oh, wow. You got people really in their feelings about you. This is blank. Oh, is it because they see that you're 100% healed and ready? Could that be what it is, black sheep? When it comes to the black sheep energies, like for certain people, they almost like seeing the black sheep in struggle. They like seeing the black sheep in turmoil and stress. Um, yeah, it's almost like that's what gives them kind of joy, and that's what makes these people kind of karmic. Not even kind of karmic, absolutely karmic, because it kind of gives them joy, you know, when you're not at your best. When they feel as though you're rising up somewhere, it's like that's when they start to get the itches and they start to. It's like, what is going on with you, man? Get a hold of yourself. But that tells you everything you need to know. How do people act once you rise out of the darkness? How do people act toward you then? Not when you're in the darkness, because they're gonna be like, "Hey, how you doing down there? How you doing down there in hell, in your own personal hell? I don't got no ladder for you. I don't got a tower. But as soon as you start climbing up that ladder out of hell, then these are the same types of people that's gonna be like, "What are you doing? What's happening here? What's happening with collective over there? Like, why are they just climbing out of their hole?" I'm picturing like the ring, like that hole, like the ring. Like they weren't paying you no attention when you was just a girl down the hole. When you were just a boy down the hole, nobody batted an eye. Look, nobody batted an eye. But the moment they seen you start to crawl up out that hole by yourself, and they're just like, "Wait, you can't just be climbing out the hole. You got what's going on?" Because they didn't think you'd figure it out. They thought you were going to be down in that hole forever. They thought they took care of you. They thought they took care of you? Let's get into this. How 8 minutes in, 9 minutes in, I haven't even started my prayer. I'm sorry, Father. Let's get into this. Father God, Mother Divine, Archangel Michael, please cover me and my collective as we receive these messages today. We only seek messages of our highest vibration, messages that you deem for us to receive. Any ill will or evil eye energy sent our way, we kindly block that energy, remove that energy, send the energy back to its rightful owner, bind them in their own energy so they can never harm anyone again. In Jesus' name, amen. I already got to spread out. Ah! We got the duckies out there, so we'll see what sounds they give us today, because the duckies like to confirm a lot of stuff. So we'll see how this reading goes. And yeah. You do have a secret admirer. Because I'm pulling a lot of cards that's just like, yeah, you that bad bitch. Yeah, you got haters there watching you, try to see what your next move is gonna be. They see that you have crawled out of the well by yourself. You saved yourself. They've seen that. They see that whatever your next move is, some people are just hoping to be a part of it because they see that you're ready to go like a rocket. You've healed yourself. You've cut strings. Certain people that have had access no longer have access, and that's the thing. Those are going to be probably your, I guess, your enemies. You don't got no enemies. People who got issues with you, if they don't bring them to you to address them, that's issues of theirs. So that's why I say enemies. You don't got no enemies. You peace and love all day. People got, that's what I said. People got issues with you. That's their issues with you. That's their, which the sentence starts off as that's their issues. That's how the sentence started. That's their issues with you. That's their issues. Um, because my black sheeps don't start no ish. My black sheeps don't go around here throw around their weight. As a matter of fact, the black sheeps are just now learning that they can throw their weight around. They're used to all these people throwing their weight around all their lives, and they've accommodated these people for so long. And now my black sheep is just now starting to realize, hey, I can throw my weight around too. I can list my demands too. I got rights too. I got free will too. What a revelation for these fake busy people. These people be acting fake busy because they're paying attention to you. And that's unfortunate. But the thing is that the proof is in the pudding. And it's gonna show. It's gonna show. You know, however way you allow yourself to develop is likely gonna get you much further than spending so much time and energy looking at someone else's paper or looking at someone else run the race. You don't ever want to pay attention to how anybody's running the race because you're too busy focused on how what your next move is. You're too busy trying to compete with yourself. And these people will be the ones trying to compete with you. And it's like you ain't even you compete with yourself. Like we don't even do the same things. Like why are you paying attention? Why are you paying attention? Because they're paying attention to that black sheep. Because the thing is that the black sheep generally they evolve. They keep evolving. They keep growing. And goodness knows what they're gonna turn out to be. I bet you it's gonna be sparkly. Whatever they morph into by the end, I bet you it's gonna be sparkly. I bet you it's gonna be beautiful. Oh, starships. You're a star, baby. This card says hang in there. I love this card. This card says hang in there. Starships. It says in charge. Drive yourself. You are self motivated. They don't like that shit. Oh, they don't like it. That's how you dug yourself out that well. That's how you crawled up out that well. Because these people knew all they had to do was just let you be. And then you was gonna figure it out for yourself. Starships. And now you out here shining. Because you drive yourself. It says hang in there. You're in charge. Stay in charge. You were supposed to be in charge. Don't let nobody ever, ever, ever question your authority. Your authority. Oh my gosh. South Park. I haven't watched that show in 20 years. I don't know where where that came from. Make them respect your authority. They're gonna respect your authority. Okay. Yes. All right. What else is my black sheep needs to hear? What makes my black sheep shine so bright? Ooh, some of y'all could really be a wordsmith. Some of y'all real good with your words. It says, yep, communication, resonance, creativity, will purpose, strength. So this is another confirmation that you are self-sustaining. You motivate yourself. So if you have an off day, or if you feel like you're less than motivated, look into yourself. That's an operation day. Operation. That's a day that you need to look into. Maybe you need to spend time with yourself. Maybe you need to rest. Maybe you need to purge some energies around you. Maybe you need to call your energy back to you. It's not, I don't want to say it's not normal, because people will always, with you being this black sheep energy, people can sense your magnetism. So people will always be throwing your energy. Some of the energy is going to be real good energy. Some of the energy is going to be jealous energy. Some of the energy is going to be um, not so great energy. And you can tell the difference because you can feel it through. You felt it through. You can tell the difference because you were raised and grew up around all the energies. That was what that experience was for. Because there were even people that have been close to you, people who maybe in your family, people you were raised with. I don't know, maybe your parents, maybe it was your friends, maybe it was some lovers, maybe it was some old coworkers or bosses. I don't know what it is, but it's something here about like you can tell the difference on what these energies are and how people are. You can patterns. There's specific patterns that people can display in their characteristics that can kind of you can differentiate. That's the way that you can differentiate whether these people are karmics trying to use and suck you up, or if they're trying to love on you and give more. There's a difference. There's people who kind of are just so naturally giving, they kind of can't help but kind of give. And some people who are naturally taking, they can't help but kind of take. We really need to master both. We really need to understand how to give and receive. But, out here in the world, people have their set way. They have their set way. And, not many people are very versatile. You're versatile with this energy here, with this like very kind of airy energy too. Some of y'all could have prominent air energy or prominent fire energy, but that doesn't matter. It could be anyway. But and something about the sound of your voice too, because I put resonance. So you're heard very clearly when you do speak. You may not speak all the time. I don't feel like you're the kind of person that just talks just to talk. Wordsmiths don't. Everything that comes out of a wordsmith mouth is intended. It was supposed to be. And so people may avoid contact with you not because they fear what you're going to do or they fear you as a personality. I don't feel like people fear you, but people may be cautious about how they address you, how they bring things up to you. Maybe when people try to talk about you more recklessly, they likely go to other people, and you may hear about it through other people. Like these are the kind of people that are the real wimps. That they don't even, if they got something harsh um, to say or think about you, they'll express it to someone else because they'll try to seek the influence of another. They'll try to change the impressions of others around you, and those are the weakest types of people. The people that can't even get their point across without having a team or a group of people around them are some of the weakest type of people in the world. It's just like, man, at least use your own backbone to address it. But no, they got to have a group, and so it's like this is the kind of person that don't need a group. What did I put on here? Aurora. That's the Disney princess I put on here is Aurora. She didn't have a group of people around her. This is Sleeping Beauty. She was. What was Sleeping Beauty doing? None of this shit is on accident, right? These cards that I'm making, the things that I say. What was Sleeping Beauty? Sleeping Beauty, she was resting and healing. Yep, she was put under a spell, right? Where she had to sleep and she was only awakened by a kiss. That was Disney. That was the way that Disney wanted to teach y'all that's what the story was about. But nah, like Sleeping Beauty was like in the it was like in the what's that the Four Swords, which is rest. It's just like it's the Four Swords is like that rest. That it's the reprieve. Like you've been to battle, you've been to some type of war, and now it's time to rest your bones. Now it's time to recuperate. That's what Sleeping Beauty was doing. That's what made her so beautiful. Like she was allowing herself to rest and recuperate. Like, what's the problem? What the problem is? She did what she was supposed to do, and that's the thing. You do what you're supposed to do. You be minding your business, and people, you got people in a tizzy. People don't like that. And I don't mean people as in everybody. I'm talking about the people you left behind. I'm talking about the people whose vibrations you don't even match with anymore. You can tell. It's obvious. Don't even listen to my words. Pay attention next time you're around them, who these people are. The vibrations are different. Likely, most relationships that you're in are probably a little bit different now because it's kind of like the vibration switch. It's just like, are these people meeting your vibration or are they not? Are they still stuck in the past or have they grown or evolved? You know, are they people that you can see? Because for a lot of the people that my collective have just ended a major cycle and now they're going into a new cycle. And so that is the question of who's going to make it? Who's going to make it to that new cycle with you? Just because they are a mama or a daddy or a cousin or a brother or a sister, or once upon a time these roles made a bigger impression despite our traumas, despite our battles. People have been dealing with family traumas for generations upon generations upon generations because once upon a time we believed that that's the way it's supposed to be. We were just supposed to take this. Black sheep, once upon a time, just felt like they were just supposed to take it. They were just supposed to be the brunt of a family. They were just supposed to be kicked around. They were just supposed to be dismissed. They were just supposed to be like not considered. But now we're moving into deeper, deeper, deeper into the 21st century. This is the future that we're living in. And so now we're much more conscious of a lot of different type of things. One of those things being the idea of a soul family. For some of us out here, we're not going to necessarily find the biggest connection of our hearts and souls through our blood family. It may come from a soul family. Connections, friendships, and situations with people that it was just like instant. It was just like, wow, you can see me being a star better than anybody in my family could. How could you see things in me that people that have been around me for years couldn't see? But that's how the way it's always been. Oftentimes, people have said that before. Oftentimes, you can find a better stranger or a nicer stranger than someone that has known you your whole life. Because that person that has known you your whole life is someone that just feels like they can do what they want to do. That it's a permanent dynamic. And so they can just be the way they want to be with you until you change the dynamics. Okay? You're a shining star, no matter who you are, shining bright to see and dance to the beat. Spirit wanted me to sing that song because that came out of nowhere. Spirit wanted me to sing that song for y'all. You're a shining star, no matter who you are. So shine bright to see, shine bright, shine bright, and dance to the beat. And let yourself dance. Let yourself be free. What else am I collecting need to know? What else am I collecting need to hear? I knew some cards were going to come out. I felt this. I felt never met anything. Clown behavior. I feel like you're going to continue. I'm sorry, y'all. Whomever I'm connected to, I feel like y'all just gonna continue to the left, everything you own. I think you're just gonna continue to escort people to the left. I think, it's about patterns. If people are displaying certain patterns, it's like you're gonna know how to shut it down and move it to the left real quick. If it's just not computing with where you are right now. It's a vibrational thing. It's a vibrant thing. A vibrant thing. It's a vibrant thing. You're a vibrant thing. And so if things don't, is that a title? Should I write that down? You're a vibrant thing. Um, it never meant a thing. You know, people who exhibit this clown behavior are in fact clowns. It's like, don't. And if you know it to be true, if you feel it to be true, it's a pattern. If a pattern is matching, you have the experience and the wisdom to know what patterns we're talking about here. Because nobody knows but you. What made you feel a kind of way back in the day? Nobody knows that but you. And so it's like whatever this clown behavior is to you, that people have tried to do, it never mattered. It never meant anything. It's just gonna go to the left, go to the left. Um, there's a secret admirer that keeps popping through, y'all. So I'm gonna just show y'all. I don't know. I don't know if this was the best geek y'all ever had. I don't know, but they're in love with you because we got the heart. So either they feel like you had the best they ever had, or the best. Whether we're talking about wands or cats, it doesn't matter. They feel like you had the best at it. I don't know if this person is a Virgo or you're a Virgo, but this is someone that wants to tell you everything. Someone that hasn't been able to communicate to you. And it says it's 100% pure love. And it was behind this card. So I'm not sure if that's what they're hiding from you, is that they feel 100% in love with you. That was the side note. Visionary. You're my visionaries. Oh my goodness. And we got Tatiana here as the princess showcased in this card. And she's an entrepreneur. Um, the beautiful thing about her movie, Princess and the Frog, was that it almost seemed as though she was a side character in her own movie. But I feel like that was intended. I didn't like the fact that she was a frog for a lot of the movie. But I feel like that was kind of intended just to kind of switch up the dynamic of the princess story. Because am I going to break this down? What's unique about Tatiana is the story of that. I love all the Disney princesses. I feel like a lot of those stories mirror a lot of. It mirrors a lot of Starseed stories. That's okay. So, anywho, with Tatiana, her story was almost like you thought her best friend was the star of the show because her best friend was the debutante. Her best friend had the beautiful dresses. Her best friend lived in the big mansion. Her best friend was throwing all these dazzling, beautiful parties, child. So you would have assumed that her best friend was the star of that movie, when in fact we would be following Tatiana, who was her best friend. And Tatiana has these dreams that are very unusual for like a Disney princess per se, because she has these ideas of being an entrepreneur. She wants to open her own restaurant. She wants to serve her own food. She has these ideas. And she writes and she sketches them out. She's just such an unusual, just like Belle. Very unusual Disney princess, but I love all the princesses, child. But so yeah, this is I'm tap dancing on the energy that's just like this. Where it's just like people may have thought that you was a side supporting character when you just started the show, but that's the thing, is that you may have access to people who once upon a time they were very used to you being their supporting characters. They were used to you being a supporting character in their world, and now that you're not, you just committed the biggest crime of all time. How dare you? It's like how they act. It's how they acting out here. How dare you not continue to be a supporting character in my narrative, in my movie? Because your movie's boring. 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. No, 1, 2, 1 on the clock. Um. So yeah, this says. Ooh. Good news is coming. The car this flipped out. This flipped out. I had to look down on it. It says good news coming. Coming your way. So this says will purpose, secure, strength, eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the prize when it comes to your visions. Because it's like when it comes to the black sheep, it's like they perturb you. They try to um, get you to stop being motivated. They try to crush your momentum. This is why the cards keep saying to us to say less and keep moving. Say less and keep moving. Oh, wow. Yeah. Because a lot of people that could be around you right now is lying through their teeth. They can be real sneaky and they can be real heavy on those mind games. It says right here on this heart, trust no one. So only you're gonna know. Feel your way through. Use your own intuition. This is what we do around here. We don't take my word for nothing. This is about your intuition. Like why else look at psychic readings if it's not to hone and tap into your own gifts. So whatever it is you feel to be true is likely true. Whatever you suspect it to be true is likely to be true. It didn't show up out of nowhere for no reason, right? We don't believe in coincidences like that. So, there are some sneaky energies around you. There are people that like to play mind games. And that's how you're going to know are the ones that specifically like to play mind games with you. That's how you're going to know. And they're lying through their teeth. And they better watch themselves because your angels are here, your spiritual crew. They don't play about you. There's Ariel there. Your spiritual crew don't play about you. It says it's okay. It's going to be okay. It says I'm never alone. It says divinely guided. They're going to stop playing with these divinely guided people. Um, Somebody's trying to play it cool about this ending that has occurred. Somebody's trying to play it cool about an ending that's occurred. That you put an ending towards something, and they're trying to pretend like they're not bothered by it. You talk to someone less, you give someone or you're giving people less access. But someone is thinking about you in a different kind of way. They say they think about themselves while they think about you while touching themselves. So that's for somebody in the mix. Somebody's in the mix here that feels that way about you. But guess what? We also got Purple Rain card. So it says narc family, friends, places, and things, family baggage, victimhood. So be careful if anybody is trying to play victim to you because they're lying. Those are also liars. Um, oh, we got a message in the back here. So some of y'all could be learning about a betrayal too. That could definitely kind of confirm your feelings about things here because it says at the back of this card, it says suck out the poison. Boundaries are required or block. It says boundaries required or block or hard X. So only y'all gonna know what that means for y'all. It's about your own mental health at this point. So it's like I don't know who this is. I feel like with this purple rain, it's like something's gonna be dropping on you. Something may drop on you that could be related to the family or related to friends or a place that you thought was trustable, that was trusting, and it wasn't. Yeah, because we got this trust no one. So it's like whatever it is that you trusted, it has baggage. It plays victim. It says suck out the poison and put up those boundaries. Or if you got to block them, then block them. State your situation. Don't be passive aggressive. State what your boundaries are. State what your standards are. People don't want to meet you where you are. This is for any situation. Whether we're talking about a lover, whether we're talking about a family member, whether we're talking about a friend, whether we're talking about a coworker, you know, you don't got to deal with nothing you don't want to deal with in this world and this free will that you have. That's what Father gave you is life and free will. So if you're gonna allow somebody to convince you to play around with your free will and your emotions, then that's your prerogative. Nothing anybody else can say. If you're surrendering that kind of power, there's nothing that anyone else can say. There's nobody else that can save you because the damsels over here are saving themselves with their spiritual team. The damsels over here are saving themselves. We got Starlight too. Snow White showed up in the mix. Starlight is the intuitive. Starlight, Snow White is the intuitive. So you can feel it says expand on your inspirations. It says I see, I have faith. You know, Snow White has faith. You have faith that you're gonna win this. That nobody's gonna hold you back from your visions. And nobody's gonna hold you back from this either. When the time comes, you are destined to have this match. This is a Ten of Cups match. This is a sanctified. And I want to ask if this is the same person that has these dark, not dark as in like, um, not dark as in like uh, insidious or dangerous. Like um, there's somebody that got some dark fantasies about you, but not in a weird way. They It's just hidden. I feel like they haven't exposed this to you yet. There could be something about because on this card has Belle and Beast. Wasn't I just talking about Belle? Belle and Beast is on this card, and Beast isn't really seen in the way that he is, right? Um, I say that to say that like you don't really see who Beast is by throughout the movie because he's in the Beast form. So this could be someone that you don't expect. Like there's something about their appearance or something about how they come across or have came across that is different or undercover or disguised like a secret admirer. Okay, so let me ask if this is the same person that has these pleasuring themselves fantasies. Is the same spirit? Is the same person that has my collective? What do I want to ask? Whomever's pleasuring themselves thinking about my collective is the same person that's in love with them. Is this person in love with my collective? And I'm pulling on thinking of you while pleasuring myself. Is this person in love with my collective? Is this the same person that's in love with my collective? Palm tree. Stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. One more. Is this the same person? Is it the same? Ooh. Coffin. X at the bottom. I don't know if you cut this person off. This could have been the person that you cut off. So there could be someone that you cut off that is thinking about you and pleasuring themselves. So I think this could have been a part of. Okay, so I think for some of y'all, some of y'all, some of y'all may have cut off quite a few people. So I don't know. It's gonna be different for everybody. Um, where are we? Um, okay, so we're like 40 minutes. Okay. So yeah, I may have cut off quite a few people. I don't know. But this is one of the people that you cut off. I think they actually have like deeper, stronger emotional feelings for you that they've never talked about. I don't. Yeah. Stop the pattern. This person could have been displaying a pattern that you did not like. Perhaps they were gaslighting you. But I do feel like they're stirking and they're part of this crew that's looking at you, which we already got confirmation at the beginning of, um, that there are haters that are staring and studying you. But this person don't feel like a hater. This person feels like a lover, or they want to be your lover. I want to be your lover. Oh, this is someone that's ascending though. So they're watching you and they're stalking you, but they're ascending. And I do feel like this could have been someone that you cut off. And that's the thing. I feel like that's the lesson that needs to be learned here from this reading is that out of these people that you cut off, there may be relationships that time passes and you're like, okay, let's retry this out. You know, people can grow, people can change, and a lot of times when you set down your boundaries, if these people truly want to be in your life, then they're gonna follow suit because they would want their boundaries respected too. Like it's not rocket science, but for the people that like to pretend and play with you like it's rocket science, that's a red flag, and you know that's a gaslight. So don't even entertain it. Just it almost feels like this is the day and age where it's either accept boundaries or it's a block. If they don't accept your boundaries, it's a block. It's just like it doesn't matter who these people are, whether they're akin to you, blood to you, a lover, a potential lover, a friend, somebody who's trying to be your friend, whatever it is. It's like we just have to respect each other in that way. But when we've gone generations not really being that concerned, it overflows until it becomes a concern again. And so people really have to learn that you don't get to treat people the way you want to treat them. You have to treat people the way they want to be treated, especially if that's the way you expect in return. And so, just like the beautiful, brilliant teachers that you are naturally, I feel like a lot of y'all, my oracles, my illuminators, are teaching people. This is how people are being taught. And some people will come back to the table better people, and some will not. And that's just that on that. So I'm going to pull one more card, or two more, and we're going to end the reading here. Yeah, my babies. Oh my goodness. Lemurian? I don't know. It says Lemurian codes. Embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, and living with grace. So there is no more time. Like Spirit wanted you to access people out of your life if they seem to be the types that compromise or hinder your sensitivity or downplay it or tap dance on it or purposely try to trigger you or make you feel like, why are you so emotional? Why are you always this? Why are you always that? Why I can't say anything to you without you getting triggered? And it's just like, did you say something that an asshole would say? Because, if I were an asshole to you, you would get triggered too. So that's the thing, is like, everybody has an asshole and everybody can be an asshole. So we say asshole things to someone and expect them not to get triggered, then we're just gaslighting them. So something here about, like, I feel like for some people here, y'all grew up feeling like y'all could even truly express yourself. Some of y'all grew up here not even feeling like y'all could truly even express yourself the way that you felt called to do. And maybe that's where you are now, where it's like you're taking this ownership of, like, if I feel it that way, that's the way it is. And so I have to consider that, deal with that, address that, but it cannot be ignored. Your uniqueness and your sensitivity, these things that you sense, are powerful skills that I feel like you just need to keep on um, growing and expanding, and to see what it gets into, to see what it grows into. Okay? because a lot of y'all are being initiated here, and that's what it is. This is the Toft Light Codes. It says light initiation. It says great teacher awakening. It says divine magic. And so you're supposed to be teaching. You're supposed to. It's like the black sheep. This is the destiny of the black sheep. It's like you're supposed to go through all these experiences to reclaim yourself, to speak up for yourself, to consider yourself a resource that nobody could ever take away or downplay. And this makes you a great teacher. People are going to be looking, it's like the black sheep is like you may have started as a black sheep, but you're going to be looked to as a resource soon enough. People see this, and people will utilize you as a resource because people will have known all you've been through, all you've succeeded through, all you've survived, and they're going to generally be wondering what you feel about things. So some people will come back to you and they will apologize accordingly, and they will practice respect. And all you guys do is continue to ground yourself. Oh my goodness, my babies. It says Earth Star Activation. It says anchoring, grounded action, Isis energy. Some of y'all could have a past life in ancient Egypt, child. And this used to be something that y'all just studied on a regular basis. Maybe it's something you just study or look into in this lifetime. If it calls to you. That's not for everybody. That's just if it calls to you. But yeah, these people have tried to trigger you to make you less grounded. They don't like that. You just are so much more of a powerful force out here when you're just grounded and calm. It's like people get real scared the more grounded and calm you are. Ain't that a trip? It's like the more grounded and calm and free you are, certain people get real antsy and just like unsettled. And you need to pay attention to that. You need to really pay attention to that. Just don't say ish. Be that of a high priest or a high priestess where it's like you may say very little, but you're clocking it and you're paying attention to what's happening around you. It may not be said, it may not be discussed until it's time to discuss it. Some of y'all got memories of Atlantis too, because it says spiritual. This says memories of Atlantis. Okay, so some of y'all do got memories of Atlantis. All right, past lives of Atlantis. Okay, and I feel like if y'all feeling like you're a part of it, if you're feeling like you're in a counterpart situation, ooh, you likely hold on, let me be a little extra here. Your counterpart likely also came from whatever ancient world you feel drawn to. Your counterpart likely came from that world too. So this card says spiritual acceleration, progress, and technology. So you're accelerating, my babies. This is exactly where you're supposed to be. It's exactly where you're supposed to be. The things that you've discovered and how you're progressing is exactly what was destined to be. How people are with you during this time, my black sheep, is exactly what was supposed to be. Some of the people are going to be triggered to change and elevate. This is the way in which your progression and your acceleration influences others around. You don't even have to be influenced by preaching and talking to people upside the head. You could just be influenced by just being who you are, by just acting in service of who you are. And you'll be surprised at how many people are willing to evolve with you just because they see you be um, a representative. They see you be the template. So be the template. That's it. I love y'all. Please take care of yourselves. My beautiful black sheeps, my wonders, my wonder stars, my illuminators, my oracles, my fairies, my unicorns, whatever your spiritual creatures are, your mystical creatures are. Give love to them. I give love to you. Um, until next time. Mm.